Now today's topic is loading master page dynamically. We have already done this, that we can create several master pages in the same web application. So if we will have different master pages, then we can define different layouts in different master pages. Layouts, we can prepare different layouts in different master pages. Each layout will be different from the other. So what we do in this case is we can allow users to pick their favorite layout. We can allow users to choose from different master pages. We will suppose we can have 10 master pages. We define layout in each master page. So that means we have 10 different layouts. We can make a menu of master pages: master page 1, master page 2, master page 3, master page 4, and so on, and give that menu or display that menu on the screen and allow user to pick any master page. Whichever master page user picks, that layout will become the layout of the website. So this means loading master page dynamically means we can dynamically allow users to change the pages from the set of master pages. So this means this will help the users to have different layouts at different times. Also, if we want to switch from one website to another, for example, if we have opened a shopping website and within that website we want the partner website to be opened, in that case we can have the similar layouts in both the websites so that user don't even know that he is traveling to the new website. The new website appears in the same way as the previous one. Right? Is this clear? What I am saying is clear to you? So what is the meaning of loading master page dynamically is that we can allow master pages to be opened dynamically in different situations. User can We give choice to users to select master pages. So this means we can create several master pages within the same web application and allow users to open any web page at the time of execution, at the time of running of website. So this situation is helpful in selecting different master pages. So for dynamically loading master pages we require pre-init event, because before loading the page we will allow the user to have different master page, and that is done with the help of pre-init event, which we have already done. Pre means before, init means initialize, event means on initializing something, on initializing the variables, on initializing everything. So during the page execution life cycle, this is the first event. Pre-init event is the first event which is raised during the page execution life cycle. So loading master page is done during pre-init event. So whatever coding we will write it in the pre-init event, not in the page load event. So for this, we will create a new website. We'll name it as Dynamic Masters or any name you can give. In the website, we will add a master page. We'll add a master page and we'll give the name to the master page. For example, master page 1.master or any name you can give. We'll write the source code of master page as we write in other master pages. Now in this example, we are taking two master pages because we have said that we are to load master page dynamically. We will load master page dynamically only when we have several master pages. So in this example, I am taking two master pages, say master page 1 and master page 2. So that means I will add two master pages in the same website. That is, I have named the website as Dynamic Masters. So master page 1 and master page 2 will be two master pages. In the first master page, I am simply writing, I am taking heading tag h1 h1. Within that I'm writing dynamic page 1. There is one content placeholder, its id is content placeholder 1, and within the content placeholder I have not given any content, so I can give the content in the content page. Then again add another master page, name it as master page 2. Now we will write master page 2's coding. What will be the coding? Again same coding. That is, we'll take heading h1 and we'll write dynamic page 2. We are taking one content placeholder, so its name is content placeholder 1. We have not written any content. We will write the content in the contents page. Is this clear? What we have done, we have taken just two master pages instead of one master page, and we will allow user to dynamically select master page, any master page, that is from master page 1 and master page 2. User can select either master page 1 or master page 2. Similarly, if we want to have 10 master pages, then we will create or add 10 master pages in the same website. Is this clear? Is this clear? Right. हाँ जी, हाँ जी, हाँ जी. For every layout, if we want to take 10 layouts, then we will define 10 master pages. So in 10 master pages, we can have 10 different ways of displaying web pages, or 10 different ways in which we want to repeat our data. Whatever you want to write in master page, you can write in different master pages. Is this clear? Clear, Ekta? Huh. Right. Now for dynamic loading of master pages, one extra step is done which is not done in other web pages. That is, we have to define a profile in config file, because what we are doing is doing something related to loading during execution. So we have to change the configuration or set the configuration. Now for configuration, there is a file named web.config. There is always a file for every website, for every web application we create. There always exists a config file named as web.config. It appears in the solution explorer window of the entire window of ASP.NET. So in web.config, we will have to write few lines. We will have to define the profile of master pages. We will have to tell the default value of master page, which master page will open when we load the page, which master page we want to appear automatically if user does not select any master page. For that we will have to give the configuration, because we have two different master pages. For this, configuration tag is used. So it's very easy, you can see this. Right. So there is a configuration tag. Then within the configuration tag, there is system.web, because we want to create web profile. So web profile is always under the system class. Within the system.web tag, there is a profile tag, because we want to define a new profile. Within a profile, we have a properties tag. Then in the properties tag, we will add the name of master page file which we want to, or which we want to load automatically. That is default value of the master page file. We'll give the default value of master page file, and the default value of master page file we have given in this example is master page 1 dot master. So what we have written is add name equal to master page file. That is, we are giving the name of master page file, and the name of that master page file is master page 1. That means master page 1 will be opened automatically when page loads, when our website opens. So the first thing, the first page which appears is master page 1, and we can further give the choice to users to select any page from the set of master pages. Then we will close all the tags. That is, we will close the properties tag first. As you all know that we always close in the reverse order. So properties will be closed first, then profile, then system.web, and then configuration. Within the system.web, there is compilation tag. Compilation means whether we want to debug, we want to allow the user to debug or not. If we want to give debug permission to user, then we will write compilation debug is equal to true. Is this clear? Is this clear? So now we have created two master pages. Within the master page, we have taken content one content placeholder in each master page. This is our sample example. You can have any design, any layout, any number of content placeholders, anything you can display or take in the master page. So in first master page, I have just simply written dynamic page 1 and I have taken content one content placeholder. Similarly, in master page 2, I have taken only one content placeholder. I can take 2, 3, 4, any number of content placeholders, and I have given the heading dynamic page 2. Then I have created a web.config file. Then there is a content page to be defined. So what extra step we have done is writing or creating a web.config profile. Rest it is similar to the creation of master page. Instead of creating single master page, we can create multiple master pages, and in each master page we can have any number of content placeholders or any type of text. Also we can define the content of content placeholder in the master page itself, or in the contents page, as we had done in the default content page example. Is this clear? Shall I start with content page? Is this clear? Very correct. We can give the second content placeholder in same master page, but we are taking the example of loading. What is our topic? Our topic is loading master page dynamically. We are giving choice to users to select different layouts at different times. We are If we had taken only one master page and given both the content placeholders in the same master page, then it will always execute, matlab both the content placeholders will execute every time. But now what we have done, we have taken two different master pages at particular time. Either master page 1 will run or master page 2 will run. Both will not run at the same time. Is this point clear? If this point is clear, then your answer will be answered. Means, why I have taken two master pages, because I want some content to be displayed, but some content I don't want to display. The content which I don't want to display at a particular time, I will put it in master page 2. The content which I want to display at some other time, which that I will put in master page 1. So I have two master pages. The both the contents will not be displayed. That is, the contents of master page 1 and master page 2 will not appear simultaneously, will not appear together. They will appear at different times, depending upon the requirement of the user, depending upon the selection he makes. Is this clear now? Why we have made two master pages? Is this clear? Right. So now next is we will add a content page. So now, till now we have created two master pages, two separate master pages, because we want to display different content at different times. So either master page 1 will appear, or some other at some other time master page 2 can appear. Whichever master page user selects, that content will be displayed on the screen at a particular time. So we have created two master pages. Any content you can write in the master pages. Then second thing is we have created web.config file. And the third thing now we are going to create is we are going to create a content page. So for a content page, you already know the steps. You have done those steps. The steps are, first of all, go to Solution Explorer. Then in the Solution Explorer, open the master page, go to the master page, right click on the master page, and then there will be an option in the pop-up menu, add content page. Give the name to the content page. That is, for example, it's given as dynamic page.aspx. Now in dynamic page.aspx, सेट मास्टर पेज फाइल डायनेमिकली, ऑप्शन सेट कर देना डायनेमिकली के लिए. देन राइट द कोड. So for coding purpose, there is one extra thing, that is pre-init event. Pre-init event. At the start of the lecture, I have told you that master pages are loaded during pre-init event. So whatever code is to be written, it is written in the pre-init event. So percentage at the rate page language is equal to C sharp, because we are taking C sharp as our language. Master page file attribute will have the name of master page, that is master page 1 dot master, because by default we have given the option master page 1 to be opened, to be appeared on the screen. Then script, we have run a script, we have given a script tag. Within the script tag we will define an init tag, pre-init tag. Pre-init, inside the pre-init tag we will see whether user has selected master page 1 or master page 2. For this, we are taking switch statement. In the switch statement, there will be two cases. One case for master page 1 and other case for master page 2. This portion, this is the coding of displaying menu. इससे एक मेन्यू भी बन जाएगा. स्विच स्टेटमेंट से एक मेन्यू बनाना है, और with the menu we can have the selection from the user. So if condition is given, request master is not equal to null, means master page is requested. If master page is requested, if it is equal to null, that means request is not there, user has not selected any master page. If user has selected master page, then request master of value of request master will not be equal to null. So if it is not null, that is this is true, then switch will take the value of request master and go to case 1 is master page 1 and case 2 is master page 2. If the value of request master is master page 1, then profile will become master page 1 dot master. Profile for master page file will become master page 1 dot master. But if it is not true, then case 2 will be there, that is master page 2. Then profile of master page file will become master page 2, that means master page 2 will open. Then curly braces close, curly braces close. So master page file will equal to whatever will be the profile, whatever will be the value of profile dot master page file, that value, whether master page 1 or master page 2 is there, that value will be stored in master page file. Is this clear? Is this clear? Clear hai? Is this clear or not? So in the pre-init, we are writing the code for testing, code for condition, code for selecting the value of master page file. Master page file can have value either master page 1 or master page 2 depending upon case. Case can be either master page 1 or master page 2. When user will click on master page 1, then profile.masterpage file becomes master page 1, and when user will click on master page 2, then profile.masterpage file will become master page 2. Then next we will write the content, normal content of the content placeholder. So content placeholder one's content is select a master page, menu, we will create a menu in the form of bullets, then unordered list, then li tag, first list item. In the list item we have written dynamic master 1. Dynamic master 1 is the text which will appear as a menu option when we, and we want, when we want to click on dynamic master 1, then master page 1 should open. So we have given this in the form of a query in href tag, and a href is equal to dynamic page dot aspx, because there is only one content page and it's named as dynamic page. And then question mark means query string. Master, value of master is master page 1. This master page 1 value will be given to switch statement. If switch statement gets the value request value as master page 1, then case master page 1 will run. If we select dynamic page 2, that is dynamic master 2, which is the second bullet, which is the second list item, which is the second menu option, then a href is equal to dynamic page dot aspx question mark means query string. We are posting some data. What we are posting? We are posting master dot master is equal, value of master is equal to master page 2. This master page 2 goes to request master in the pre-init function. Request master, value of request master can be either master page 1 or master page 2. If it is master page 1, then profile will become master page 1. If it is master page 2, then profile will become master page 2, and corresponding coding of master page will open. Then we'll run. When we'll run, two bullets will come: dynamic master 1, dynamic master 2. We can select either dynamic master 1 or dynamic master 2. If we select dynamic master 2, then message will appear for dynamic page 2. And because we have given only dynamic page 2, dynamic page 2 will appear. If we'll select dynamic master 1, then dynamic page 1 will appear. Is this clear? Is this clear? Right. बेटे समझ आई है? Is this clear?